Hi and welcome to my channel. If you haven't visited Jemima London before, it's nice to see you. Please subscribe and give us some comments and help our channel grow. If you've been before, welcome back. This is another Liberty blog. It's about the new Spring Summer 24 collection, which is called the Liberty Kaleidoscope. I'm going to go up to the store, I'm going to have a look around, I'm going to take you with me, and then we're going to do a bit of a closer look at the actual collection, and I'm going to talk about some fabric I plan to make something with, and I really would appreciate some feedback because I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it, but I'm sure you'll have some great ideas. So let's go. While I was up at Liberty, it did strike me that the building itself is really interesting. So I did a little walk around the perimeter of the building and did a little bit of filming because I know a lot of people are watching this from overseas, and well, even in other parts of the UK, probably won't get a chance to go up to Liberty to see the store. And the outside of it is just as interesting as the inside. And in fact, it probably deserves its own vlog. So I'm only really touching on it here, but you can see how beautiful it is. This is the other side of Great Marlborough Street, Little Marlborough Street. You can see the old signage, the beautiful beams. It's a lovely building and so unique, and it has great detailing on it. Even the drain pipes, as you can see here, are very ornate, and those beautiful wood carving around the windows that you can see. So this is just a quick whistle-stop tour around the outside that I thought you might be interested in. And when you actually go in, there is a marble bust of Arthur. Here he is, Arthur Lazenby Liberty, welcoming you appropriately into the store. Here he is. So I made my way up to the third floor. I did get slightly distracted, as you would, by lots of loveliness on the way up, which is inevitable in somewhere like Liberty. So I first made my way to the haberdashery department, had a really quick look at some of the craft cottons. I was looking at the Lazenby cottons, these the Wiltshire shadow print. The colours are lovely, really beautiful, such a great colour palette. I was also looking at the dress patterns. Liberty, of course, have got their own range, and they also have other indie patterns like Maven, for example, which I've never used, but I do plan to. So I had a quick whiz around the fabrics department looking at the Tana Lawn classics. I have to say it was really busy, and it was really difficult to film bits of the new collection without lots of bodies getting in the way. So I am going to jump on to the website in a minute, and we are going to have a look properly at the range, and I'm going to pick 5 that are my favourites, and then I'm actually going to show you what I bought. I did buy a little bit from the range, and I want to talk about what I might make in that fabric. Okay, so here we go, a Liberty Kaleidoscope, Spring Summer 24. So Liberty have described this as a journey through the rainbow into a prismatic universe of colour, essentially. And they have split this into 4 stories: spectrum, red, blue and yellow. I'm quoting the Liberty website here. The collection explores the cultural, natural and historical components that make up the light and shade of everything around us, taking us into the heart of each hue. So essentially it immerses us in kaleidoscopic colour. So it's a really vast collection. There are over 70 different prints, and with all the different fabric-based variations they've got, there are over 300 listings in this particular section devoted to this collection online. So it's pretty vast. So I've scrolled through it and I've selected 5, and it's really difficult to narrow it down to 5. There are many more that I particularly like, but I'm just going to talk about the 5 that I've picked out. Maybe you can put something in the comments about the ones that you like. First one, this is So Liberty, Hedgerow Ramble in Tana Lawn. Quintessentially English, based on flowers and blossoms and fruits that you might see in an English hedgerow. I mean, you can just see this potentially being a Tana Lawn classic, and I guess when they design a new range, they've got one eye to that as well, I would imagine. Lovely, very, very Liberty. The second one, again in no particular order, Rainbow Garden, which is a kind of more modern, cleaner, linear design filled in with a rainbow of colours, and they've got almost little rainbows within the petals here. It's really lovely, a bit more contemporary, but again I think very Liberty. This one, the Aquatic Garden, quite quirky, quite funky, based on a coral reef and an ocean of colour and flora. You've got these little fish darting in and out the foliage. I think it's lovely, really, really lovely. It's a line drawing filled in with colour and texture, particularly beautiful. This is probably my number one, the Ikat Anemone. They also have this on silk bases as well. It's absolutely gorgeous. And if I can just find my notes, this I believe is based on an archive print from 1972, and it has got that sort of 70s vibe to it, hasn't it, with this sort of oversized floral. But they've redrawn it. And it's got this lovely Ikat effect which softens it. I don't know whether the original one had that effect or not, or whether that's something they've added in, but I absolutely love this, and it works beautifully both on the Tana Lawn and also on the silk basis that they've done it in, and they've got it in some really rich colourways. But I think this is possibly my number one. And I couldn't not include a paisley. Liberty apparently have got a huge collection of paisley prints in their archives, which they draw upon. I mean, can you imagine what that archive is like to look through? I mean, just fantastic. So Kaleidoscopic Floral on Tana Lawn, and they have apparently referred to traditional cashmere scarves and block printed Indian textiles to design this. And that's where they've drawn their inspiration, and I do love a paisley, and this is particularly beautiful, and I love the way they create the print creates the sort of the texture, the sort of diagonal tool texture on it. I just love it. Anyway, those were the 5 that I chose. Anyway, I just want to jump back to the store to see it in store, and then I'm going to talk about the print that I've chosen to make something in. So here is my purchase. I have to confess, I did go up there before the end of the year, because I don't know whether any of you guys have on the Liberty loyalty scheme. If you've got a loyalty card, you spend X amount of money, you get a voucher. I had a voucher, so it had to be spent before the 31st of December, so I was up there. So this is what I bought, and I did feature it in my top 5. It's always like a bit like a birthday, isn't it, when you open one of these? It's so nice. Anyway, I bought the Ikat Anemone on Tana Lawn. So I can't quite get my head around what to make in it at the moment, because it's grey and dreary outside, and I think I'm going to save this for sort of something for my holiday. I've got 2 meters, so 134 width, 2 meters. I'm about an average size 12. So what would you make in it? Would you make maybe a dress, or would you make some coordinates like a cami and shorts, like maybe you'd wear separately rather than together, or would you make a tote bag or zip pouch, or what would you make in it? I'm not sure. I'm erring on the side of a cami and maybe some shorts at the moment, rather than a one-piece dress. I'm not sure. So anyway, put it in the comments, and then I will make it and show it to you as we get closer to the spring, because I can't quite really can't quite get my head around it. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you've watched this far, I hope you have. Please subscribe, and please give me your comments. Tell me what you think of the new collection, and maybe your favourite prints. And I look forward to seeing those comments and seeing you in my next vlog. Bye.